Galatasaray's next opponent in the Champions League is one of the most unique football clubs in the world right now. Bodø Glimt is a football club from a small town in northern Norway with only around 55,000 people. A team that went from bouncing between divisions to winning 4 league titles in the last 5 years, reaching the Europe League semi-finals last season, Conference League quarterfinals, and becoming the first Norwegian team in 18 years to qualifying for the Champions League group stage. The main factor behind that success is their coach Kjetil Knutsen, the man who does not allow his players to say the word win, because for him it's not about the results but all about the process. Even certain phrases like yes but are banned because it's about building a strong culture. No excuses, no shortcuts. Knutsen has also said that Bodø Glimt rarely take inspiration from other clubs, mainly because they want to build their own identity. For example, they have 8 captains in their captain team. That's because he wants more players to take responsibility. He's all about mindset, and they appointed a mindset coach like many teams are doing. Bjørn Mansverk, many years ago, a former fighter pilot from the Norwegian Air Force. He turned the players' mentality upside down. For example, one of their most important players in this success period, Ulrik Saltnes, was very close to retire from football from his early 20s when they got relegated from the 2017 season. But with the help from Bjørn Mansverk, him and other players had just got much more offensive mindset. For example, when you are thinking about the mentality, when they got knocked out from the Europe League semifinals from Tottenham, they were really disappointed that they were so dominated physically that they changed their whole training system by having much more intensity in their strength training, more weights, and doing all of this before football trainings. So they changed their whole dynamics in the trainings because of the Tottenham loss. So just from there you can see that the mindset is everything from them, and developing, of course. Because Bodø Glimt is a very good home team in Europe. In away, they have struggled a lot. In 26 games, Bodø has only managed to win 3 games, 11 draws, and 12 losses. And media was all about maybe you should defend a bit more, but then Kjetil Knutsen answered that if we had defended, we would not be where we are today. So he's really, really offensive in his mindset. And he also mentioned that their biggest weakness are, after the Tottenham game in the Champions League, the former Champions League round, he said that because Bodø Glimt was leading 2-0, it was about mentality again. He said that they didn't take momentum when they are leading 1 or 2-0, and that are their biggest weaknesses in Europe, that they are more offensive in their heads, not by just attacking, but wanting the ball, wanting possession, wanting to take responsibility. So again, all about the mindset for Kjetil Knutsen. Bodø Glimt plays a 4-3-3. This is their last 11 against Sarpsborg. They have a very good centre back, Gundersen, who is out. So there, Alesami is playing. He's a former left back, but in the last years he has played much more center back, and he's a left-footed center back. So in the build-up, that's great for Bodø Glimt. Often when they are playing out, they are when they have possession higher up on the field, they have three in their back with Sjøvold, Bjørtuft, and Alesami. The players behind there, they are trying to do something with the ball when they have it. Let me explain. Bjørtuft, especially Bjørtuft, he loves to take the ball with him if he got space to dribble past the striker and can create overload on the sides or in the midfielder. So he's very dangerous there, I think. Evjen, a playmaker, one of their playmakers. I really like his playing style. He's a cool player if he's going to show what is good for. I hope he doesn't do that against us. Patrick Berg, I will say their main captain is like the defensive midfielder who is playing easy. He has a good shot. He takes the set pieces. And Bjørtuft again is really dangerous on the set pieces. He scored 2 against Sarpsborg and has scored 6 goals in the league so far as a center back. But Patrick Berg has been one of the main players for them. He's also a national team player. Sondre Fet is more like a box-to-box player. He's playing there because Ulrik Saltnes, the player I talked about who was nearly retiring, is in his early 20s, are injured right now. Auklen on the right wing, I'm not sure if he's going to play, but he's a midfielder, offensive central midfielder, not the fastest, but he's good on the ball. They have other players there who can play. One player I really like on their team who's probably going to be on the bench is Bassi, a young player, a winger, who has the X factor, who can dribble, and he turned the game for Bodø Glimt against Slavia Praha in their first Champions League game. He scored, got a penalty. He's a really dangerous player if he comes in. Kasper Høeg, their striker and the top scorer in the Norwegian league. He's a big striker. He likes to meet the ball, be joining the build-up. He is dangerous in the air. And yeah, he's a dangerous striker. But probably their best player for me is Jens Petter Hauge, who scored 2 goals against Tottenham. If he has the day, he is very dangerous. He is often going inside with the ball. He's a right-footed left winger who is going inside. And Bjørkan is their left back, who is always joining up, running a lot. So they are very dangerous on that left side. But their weaknesses, I think, one of the weaknesses are their right back, Sjøvold, from what I have seen. The crosses, he is not good in the air. He's a former central midfielder, so their reflexes defensively is not like the best either. He's a young player. I think he's 22 years old. One of the highest value on the team from transfer market and everything. He's been linked with bigger clubs. He reminds me a bit about Jelert, who's a system player who fits good in their system, but I personally doesn't rate him that high. Maybe he's going to play insane in the game against us. I hope he doesn't. But I think Baris Alper, if he's going to play there, he can punish Sjøvold a lot. I think our team in general can punish all of these players a lot. I don't think I would have said yes to get any of these players from Bodø Glimt. And don't get me wrong, it's good players. Now I'll talk about, it's more about their weaknesses and why Galatasaray, how Galatasaray can beat them, is just pure talent. Raw physical talent, raw technical talent. Just look at Jens Petter Hauge, their main player, who went to AC Milan like it 4 or 5 years ago when he dominated for Bodø Glimt. He came back. He tried after AC Milan. He went to Ghent, I think. He went to Frankfurt. Didn't succeed there. Patrick Berg, their important defensive midfielder, went to France, came back straight after. Bjørkan went to Netherlands, went to Hertha Berlin in Germany, struggled, came back. Evian went to Netherlands and I think it was in Denmark and struggled and came back. Even their goalkeeper Heikkinen came back after a brief spell at the English club. So this team is a fantastic team together in their system, but one by one they are not the absolute best in my eyes. Evian and Jens Petter Hauge I think are very fun players and good players. All of them are, but I would not switch for any players in our team. And Galatasaray, I'm not sure how we are going to play or start. This is one of the, I think this is the 11 that we are going to play with Barış, Ilkay and Sané at top, Lemina and Torreira in the midfield. I would not be surprised either if Okan Hoxha does something like this, that he wants to dominate, he wants to take advantage of our talented players, like for example Yunus, Ilkay, because it will be a tough game in that sense, that to open up. But again, we need a team that runs a lot. Bodø Glimt's midfielder are not the strongest, or their whole team is not the strongest or fastest. But again, we need to play as a team also. I'm really curious. Maybe this is going to be the 11. I don't know. I don't think so. I think Galatasaray will play with Lemina. But also Gabriel Sara played a good game against Başakşehir. Yunus got rested. Maybe Yunus is going to take Leroy Sané's place. I don't know. It's also important, Salah, to get help from on the right side with when Bodø Glimt is attacking with Bjørkan and Jens Petter Hauge. So yeah, I'm really can't wait for this game. And Galatasaray should, this is a game we should not lose, but it's not as easy as I see that many in the media are talking right now, like this is a team we should beat, this is a team and we should beat them, but like it sounds like a 5-1, 6-1. Hope so, but Bodø Glimt will give us a really tough match. They won 5-2 against Sarpsborg in their last game, but I think they played poorly in that game. But it's normal when you're coming back from the national team break. Also us, we played against Başakşehir. I think Galatasaray played really great in the first half, struggled more in the second half. The main thing I think also with our team is that we need to be good offensively in our pressure. If we are letting Bodø Glimt playing out, having fun, having time, they will get dangerous. Even Başakşehir was very dangerous in the second half. I think one of the main things why we struggled against Başakşehir in the second half, was our pressure became weaker up front. For example, the offside position where they played behind Eren and Abdülkerim. Yes, it's weak by them, but look at the pressure up front also. It's easy for Başakşehir to just aim and hit where they want. So the up-front pressure needs to be really good in this game. If Bjørtuft is trying to dribble one of our strikers, we need to be there. For example, Osimhen, go in that 50-50 duel. So yeah, I can't wait for this game. And if I'm going to, I don't want to guess a result, but I think Barış Alper, if he's going to play on his main strengths, he can really dominate Sherwood, I think. So yeah, I can't wait. And if you guys like this episode, please hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below what you think about the game. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.